morning everybody, and welcome back to another video. As you'll have seen from the title of this video, I am finally filming our change of date card video. I know it's been a long time coming. I've been saying for quite a while now I was going to film this video, and I have filmed little clips here and there, as you'll see shortly, but it's kept getting put off and put off because we just hadn't got them all given out. It took us longer than we expected it to get them all handed out to people. We tried to save a bit of money by not posting them all and just hand delivering them, giving them out when we next saw people and things like that. But that did mean it took a little bit longer to do, and I didn't want to put this video out until everyone had them, because I am going to be showing you the change of date card, and just in case anyone watches this who is coming to the wedding, I didn't want to spoil it because I have made them all myself and I like people to be surprised with what they look like. A couple of things you will all be aware of by now if you've followed me on here or on Instagram for a while is that we have had to postpone our wedding quite a few times thanks to COVID and everything that went along with that. Obviously there has been weddings in the last couple of years that have gone ahead, but they've gone ahead with restrictions, or luckily recently some people have been able to get their perfect day exactly how they imagined it without any restrictions in place. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case for us. Anytime we had postponed our wedding to, there was going to be some restrictions, and it got to the point where it was just all a bit too stressful, and we ended up moving it to May 2022 from our original date, which was May 2020. In that space of time, we've moved it 4 times, and finally, our forever date is just 5 months away. Finally, nearly here. We're just around the corner from it. We're almost there. But another thing you will be aware of if you followed me for a while is that I have tried to do a lot of this wedding DIY. All of the stationery and favours and everything like that I've made myself. So as you'll be aware, I made all the save the dates and invitations and everything myself. It did take a lot of time, and even though we saved money on what it would have cost on buying them, it wasn't cheap. So we made the decision, when we kept postponing, not to send out any new invitations or anything like that until we definitely knew what was happening. And then when it got to our final date now for May 2022, we came up with the idea of sending out what we've called change of date cards. So everyone is already aware now of when our wedding date is going to be, but of course we need to be sure who's going to be coming, and for things like transport after the night do, we need to know who's going to want to be on the coach. So we decided to send out just a little change of date card, almost like a mini invitation, with a little RSVP, just asking people to let us know, 1, if they're still coming, and 2, if they still need the transport and which version of the transport they need. I will show you this when I actually show you the card. But it was just to make things a little bit easier on us to know what we were doing, and to be able to give all of our suppliers the most accurate information that we could. Like I say, luckily we didn't send something out like this every time we changed our dates, or that would have got pretty expensive by now. But I have made these myself, as I said, so I really hope that people like them. They are in the same sort of style and theme as all our other stationery, but these are just a little bit simpler because we didn't want to go too over the top when we've already sent out our original invitations and save the date cards. So I did go much simpler with this, and I did keep it a lot more clean and just your basic white card rather than all of the sort of sparkle and things that our original ones had. But I'm still really pleased with them. I love how they look. I've used the same little sort of Disney touches that you would probably only notice if you know that they're there. So I am really happy with them. As I said at the start of the video, the reason this video has kept getting pushed back is because we hadn't got them all given out. Well, now we have. Finally, we got the last one. We ended up posting it out actually because we kept missing the person that it needed to go to. We got the last one posted out a couple of days ago. I did take a little video clip of when I posted out a chunk of them that was some of the last ones. I kept forgetting to film whenever we were sending any out, but I did remember to do one clip, so I will put that in now. Hello everybody. I'm not sure when you'll be seeing this or if this will even make it into a video, but I do know that at some point I'm going to be doing a video about our change of date cards and how I made them, what they were like. It won't be going out until we know that everybody's got their change of date card, because I don't want to ruin the surprise for everybody. So as I say, I don't know when that video will be getting made, and I don't know if this will make it into it, but I am about to take the ones that need actually posted with a stamp on to the post box. We've already given a few out, so we've given them out to our immediate families of both of us and to sort of the odd friend or other family member that we've seen in the meantime. But we have still got about maybe 10 to 15 to give out. We're just sort of doing it in batches, and the ones that are left are the ones that are the most awkward to do, because we've got to walk to people's houses to put them through the door, and obviously with it getting so dark so early now, and with us having the puppy and both of us working, it's hard to find the time to do that. So I'm about to take the ones that need posted, and I thought, just in case I decide to put this in the video about the change of date cards, I would pick up the camera and film a little bit. I am taking the puppy with me because we're going to combine it with his walk, but I'll take you along and I'll film a little bit just so that I've got it documented of getting a few more of them sent out. I am hoping to have all of them given out by the end of this week, so then I can actually make the video and decide whether this will be going in. So if you're watching this, I've obviously decided it was worth putting in the video, and I hope you enjoy seeing what our change of date cards are like. And there they go. Of course, this little one came with me to give me a helping hand. We like to have him involved in the wedding. That was me sending out all the ones that we originally knew would have to be posted, because there were people that lived away that we knew we weren't going to see before we would need to know the information. So we already knew they needed posted out, which is why I remembered to film it. So yeah, they've all gone now. Really pleased that they're all out there. It's actually made it more exciting again, especially when you start getting the RSVPs back. I know that obviously all we're asking people is if they're coming and if they want the coach transport, but it makes it so much more exciting for us when we receive the RSVPs in the post. We've had quite a few back now, nowhere near all of them, it's not even anywhere near half of them, but people have got till February to send them back, so I didn't expect that many back before Christmas anyway, because everyone's busy with other things. But I will put a clip in here of, I think it was the first ones that we got back after sending them out. It was really soon after we sent them, so I wasn't expecting them, and honestly it made my day when they came through the letterbox that morning. So I will put that clip in here now as well. So I just thought I would jump on. This feels really strange because I'm in the middle of recording a weekly vlog, but I'm also now filming for our change of date vlog. It's a bit all over the place. These have just arrived in the post, our first 2 RSVPs to come back. Now it feels exciting. Everything's felt a bit stressful up to now, but getting these back again, it takes me right back to when we were getting our original RSVPs back, and the excitement is definitely there. Sorry about the noise, the puppy's whinging because Richard just left to go to work and he's not getting enough attention. But yeah, I just thought I'd jump on and show you that our first 2 are back. Going to get them open now and see who they're from. Strangely enough, we have just had another change of date RSVP come through in the post, so thank you for that. I'm now going to show you the actual cards themselves. I'll show you the envelopes, the change of date cards, the RSVPs and the envelopes for the RSVPs, because I've actually made the envelopes myself as well, because I couldn't find any that were quite right for what I wanted. So I'm going to show you it all now, and I hope you like them. Right, so this is our change of date card. I'm going to start with the obvious, the envelope. As I said, I did make the envelopes myself, and I made these little seal labels myself as well. The envelopes, you can find basic envelope templates online. I've made that many of them now. I find it really easy to make. So they are pretty simple. Depending on the size of your printer, you may need to print it in sections and stick them together, which is what I had to do, but it is really, really easy. And I just used basic, good quality white paper for this. And then the labels were made on white A4 sticker paper. As you can see, it has the little peel off back. You can also hear the puppy in the background, sorry, with his squeaky toy. I think he's actually wanting me to play, so I might have to make this quick and go give him some attention. So yeah, I just made this myself, designed it just on Word. Well, it's actually a free version of Word. Just with our names, the little Mickey head design that I've included on a lot of things, and our wedding date. Then when we open it up, if I can do this with one hand, let's move that out the way, and I'll just pop just the change of date card here for now. So I just included the basic information on here. You will be able to see, I think, that some of these have been covered over with stickers. That's because I made these when we were getting married in April 2021, and I really didn't want to have to use the card, the ink, the time, remaking them all again for the change of date to May 2022. So I just used some basic sticker paper to print the exact same thing but with different dates to go over the top. So we just have the basic details, our names, the date and time, and then of course the date that we want all the RSVPs to be returned by. I have also put a note on there to say that all other details remain as stated on the invitation. This is because we didn't want to give people the option of changing their meal requests and things like that, because it makes things more complicated than they need to be, and the location's still the same, so we didn't feel the need to put that on there. Hopefully people will still have their original invitations to check those things. If not, they can always get in touch with us for a reminder of where they need to be. You may be a little bit confused by the fact that our names are on here and at the bottom. That's because this bit is where the guest names go, but I've made a copy of everything for us to keep ourselves. So on this one, I've labelled it as if we are the guests. We've got change of date up at the top there. If I can remember what this font is called, I will pop it on the screen. I absolutely love this font. I've used it on a lot of things. And then we have the little detailed design there with the little Mickey head, just for that little touch of Disney in there that probably a lot of people won't even notice. They are made on a linen effect card. If I zoom in, you can just about see that on there. I did get this off eBay in bulk. I will link down below where I got it from if I can find it. They're a really good supplier, really reliable, and really reasonable prices. I just think it adds a little bit of something extra for it to be on a textured card rather than a plain card. I used this on all of the stationery. I just think it is a really, really nice effect. Now we will move on to the little RSVP that I've put in there. Starting with the envelope, obviously I'm going to cover up our address, but it is just a little lilac envelope. I made this again myself, specifically to fit the dimensions of our RSVPs, and we popped a first class stamp on each of them as well, just so that people have no excuse for not getting them back on time. They are already stamped and addressed. They literally just have to pop them in a post box. Again, really easy to make. You can find basic envelope templates online if you do want to make them yourself. And I'm really happy with how they turned out. They're a very pale lilac, almost pink colour, and I just think that is perfect for the theme of our wedding. And now we will move on to the RSVP. So this does differ slightly depending on if it is an all-day guest or an evening guest. But basically, I've just popped on here that because we've had to wait for our special day, we need to confirm whether you are still able to attend and check which transport you require. So then people can tick whether they are accepting or declining, and then they can also tick if they require the transport from the church to the reception and after the evening celebrations. If this was just an evening invite, the only difference is on here, the only option it gives is for after the evening celebrations. I do think I've tried to make it as easy for people as possible to fill in and send back, and as clear as possible. Obviously there will always be people that don't quite understand what you're getting at, but as long as we get the information then it doesn't really matter. And again, I've put on the bottom there as another reminder for everybody to please return by February 1st, 2022. And then in the corners we have again the little detail with the little Mickey head on there that again people probably won't even notice if they're not looking for it. And as with the actual change of date card, it is made from this linen textured card, which was all just part of the same batch that I got on eBay. As I said, I will link it down in the description. It's actually a little bit later now. I'm going to put this clip in though in where it makes sense for me showing you the RSVP, because I did forget to show you something that I included on this. On the back of each one, I have put a little numbered sticker. As you can see, this one's got number 1 on it. I did this because when we sent out our original invitations, I was a little bit stupid and I didn't put anybody's names on them, which then meant when we were getting them back, we didn't have a clue whose was who. For the day guests, it was absolutely fine because people had meal choices, so they wrote their names on their meal choices. For the nighttime guests, there was no reason for them to put their name on it, so it was just a case of a process of elimination, trying to find out who had sent theirs back and who hadn't. I learnt from that mistake this time, and I put the numbers on, and then I have a note on my phone with what number corresponds to which guest. So when we get them back, I can just look at the number, look at my list, and I know whose RSVP is. That's the thing with making little mistakes like that when you're doing it yourself. There's always the chance to learn from your mistakes and do it better next time, which is what I've done this time and made it so much easier for us. Just to give you a full overview of everything, this is all of the pieces of our change of dates. One thing I didn't mention with the main envelopes is that I have included a little touch of the design I used on our original invitations, and that is this silver and purple card. The silver glitter card, again, I just got off eBay. I've used a few different suppliers for that now because it does tend to sell out really quickly. And then the purple card was just from Ryman. I will link that down below if you like. It is really good quality card and it was the perfect colour for what I wanted for our stationery. Yeah, that is everything there. I am really proud of how these have turned out. I think they tie in perfectly with our other stationery and the other invitations and save the dates that we've sent, but they're just that little bit different, that little bit more simple, because it is just really to inform people of the change of date and check if they can still make it. And that is our change of date cards. I hope you've enjoyed having a little look at those after all this time of me saying I'm going to make the video. If anyone is watching this that is coming to the wedding and hasn't sent their RSVP back, please do remember to send it back. Last time, way back in 2020, I did have to chase up a couple of people, which is never fun to do. You don't like being a whinge at people, and you don't like feeling like they're not paying attention to you when you're asking them to send it back, and it's just awkward on both ends. So please do send them back on time. You have till February 1st. But yeah, to everyone that's watched this, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you liked our change of date cards. I especially hope anyone that's received one liked them. I did put a lot of effort into them, so it does mean a lot if people like them. I'm sorry again that it's took me so long to film this video, but as I said, I didn't want to ruin the surprise for everybody. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back again next week with another video. Not sure what that's going to be yet. It will most likely be something Christmassy, because by the time you're watching this, in a week's time, Christmas will be over. So the next video might be a little bit later because next Sunday will be Boxing Day. So it might be more midweek, like Tuesday, Wednesday, that the next video goes up. And it will actually probably be our Christmas Day video now that I'm thinking about it. So I do hope you come back to see that one. I hope that you've enjoyed this one. If you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe. I actually hit 20 subscribers this week, which made me so happy. It was a lovely lady on Instagram that was my 20th subscriber, so thank you for that if you're watching. Please do click the subscribe button. It means the world to get more subscribers. My next target is 50 by the end of January. I do love putting these videos up anyway, and I will keep doing it even if nobody subscribes, even if nobody watches, because I love filming them and I'm going to love being able to watch them back, especially from things like family events and the build up to our wedding. I know I'm going to love having those videos, but yeah, it does mean even more when you know that other people are enjoying them. So please like this video if you did enjoy it, and recommend it to your friends if you think it's something they might be interested in. And I will see you next time. Have a lovely Christmas week and a lovely Christmas day, and I will see you soon. Bye.